AD, if you could just kind of speak on the atmosphere in the building tonight and just about what this kind of win meant as far as getting back into this series.
Fans was great. It was loud in there. Said we came back home and just did what we were supposed to do. Of course, it was a big game for us. Didn't want to go down 0-3, but got a big one tonight and try to get ready for Sunday.
AD and Jrue, this is my last time asking about 2015, but how much did that did that loss, sort of help you all finish this game off tonight, you think, if at all?
No, I don't think it had nothing to do with it.
I don't really think we thought about it, honestly.
I didn't think about it at all.
Our team was so completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, we had a different focus, I think, this game, especially toward the end of the game. We know, especially in this league, being up 20 doesn't really mean much, but I think we executed the game plan and did a good job of bringing the energy from start to beginning, and help from the crowd. They were awesome.
Sorry. Yeah, it's over with.
One of the things noticed tonight was that, guys came out shooting the ball very aggressively, especially Solomon, who had been struggling, Ian, who hadn't really been hitting either. But as a whole, it just seemed like after the first two games where you shot it kind of poorly from outside, there was no hesitancy tonight. Was that something that you guys focused on, just not being afraid, not being losing any confidence in your ability to score?
I think we always had confidence, but like I said, we're back at home. Back at home, and you always shoot better at home, I feel like, and guys made shots. Like I said, guys made shots and shoot around this morning, and they just carried over to the game. So when you're back at home and your crowd's behind you, you play with a lot more confidence, and we're able to make shots and open up the floor.
Jrue, kind of on the same question as that, but when Solo can come down and hit those 3 threes, how much does it help you guys from a confidence perspective to get everybody involved?
It's huge. I think it opens up the lane, especially for Solomon to come out and knock down those threes. They were so wide open where he has to take them. That can be a lot of pressure on somebody, but him stepping up and knocking those in, I definitely felt like opened up the lane for Anthony to be able to post up and them not double team.
AD, Alvin mentioned that you kind of, during a huddle or a timeout, that you kind of said, we're not losing this game. Like, no matter what, we're not going to lose this game. Can you take us through that moment? When did it occur, and what kind of prompted you to say it?
I don't remember exactly when it was, but I mean, that was the message. We can't lose this game. It's always tough to come back from 0-3, but our mindset is to go out there and play. Do what we're supposed to do, follow the game plan, and whatever results happen. And we followed the game plan to a T tonight, and was able to come out with the win. I said guys made shots, so it's a lot easier, to play and try to win, but and get into the free throw line. So, like I said, when guys making shots and we get into the line, we able to dictate the pace, and I think we did that tonight.
Over here from both of you guys, sometimes a strategic adjustment or just being assignment sound can tip the balance between winning and losing. Other times it's intangibles like energy and things like that, aggression. Which one do you think tonight was more influential in the outcome?
I think aggression, honestly. Guys just coming out, just being aggressive, both ends of the floor, not just offense. These guys, Jrue, Rondo, Ian, Etwan, Solo out here. Chasing their guards and KD and making it tough on them, and us as bigs just doing what we're supposed to do. But I think everybody did their job tonight. Came out aggressive, like Solo came out aggressive shooting in, which helped us a lot. So I think the aggressiveness part definitely helped us tonight.
All right, Rondo had 21 assists tonight. How much does it change the offense when he's really controlling the pace the way he did tonight?
I think Rondo always does that. The way he attacks the basket, even though they're backing off of him, the way he pushes the pace off the rebound, the way he's fighting for rebounds. I know that first, I think it was that first possession, fighting for rebounds, but just being able to push the pace. It's huge for us. It makes us want to run the floor, get to the corners, space the floor a lot, or get an easy bucket. So, and knocking down shots is a lot easier. When he passes it, it's always on time. It's always where you want it. So. For him to be able to do that is huge for us confidence-wise, and again, just pushes the pace where we want to play.
Jrue, you guys talked a little bit about Solomon specifically, but more generally, what can you say about your bench? Because that's an area that's generally kind of seen as a strength for the Warriors.
It's big for us to match up in that way. We know that their bench is going to come off and score and try to be aggressive. I do think that being able to go back at them is key. Defensively, I think we're always aggressive and we do a pretty good job, but to be able to have that confidence to go back at them on the offensive end and put some pressure on them was really big for us tonight.
AD, it seemed like early in the game they were trying to send two people at you as much as possible. How did you kind of adjust and make sure you really got going on offense in the second half?
They were, and I was just trying to find an open guy. Had a play where I hit Rondo when they came to double team, but guys made shots. When you make shots, it's hard to double team, you know. And so that kind of just opened up the floor for me a little bit, and I was able to attack and be a little bit more aggressive.
Jrue, y'all were up like 20 with 8 minutes left, and Rondo is still pushing the ball full speed down the floor. Does it speak a little bit that no matter the situation, that's how he's going to play and that's how you all are going to play? And how much confidence do you have in that style?
For sure. I feel like that's the only way we can play. When we slow the ball down, I feel like we're not as best as we can be. When he's pushing the pace and everybody's running the floor, even up 20, we want to get it to 30. So we know how fast they play. We know how they can come back and just any game, 5 minutes, knocking down threes or whatever. So to be able to push the pace for 48 minutes is what we want to do.
Jrue is over here to the left. Is there anything that you guys did differently on Kevin Durant tonight?
Nah. I mean, honestly, nah, I don't think so. Just try to be aggressive, make him shoot some tough shots, contested, just for him to see that there's always a hand in his face. Nah, not really.
I mean, the way that, whether it's KD, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, the way that they're able to score, I mean, defensively, is the benchmark basically less than 30 points for those types of players?
Honestly, we don't even really talk about that. It's really just going out there and taking your matchup personally. Me, Anthony, Rondo, and whoever is chasing and running off screens, taking it that personally. Or when Kevin Durant, he's damn near 7 feet. Him posting up on the post, just take it personally. You don't want to get scored on every time. That's not fun. So just try to be aggressive and make him shoot tough shots.
Anthony, I know you guys say you don't think about that Game 3 loss to the Warriors at all, you know, during a game like this, but subconsciously, are there things that you learn in closing out games like that against the defending world champion?
Just continue to push the pace. I think in 15 we trying not to lose instead of just playing to win. You know, we were slowing the ball down, trying to have Game 3, but Rondo kept pushing the ball, which forces us to continue to run. We was able to still get some good looks. So just playing how we always play until the game is over.
I thought you said that was the last question about 2015.
I think the Pelicans put it on.
Just trying to extend it for television.
That's it. Cool.